tens of thousands of people have taken to the streets in Nepal to protest against the government's decision to block access to several social media platforms, including Facebook. The move was made to curb the spread of hate speech, fake news, and fraud, but protesters argue it's an attempt to silence dissent and protect a corrupt elite. The protests, led by Gen Z activists, quickly turned violent, resulting in clashes between police and demonstrators. On Monday, thousands of youths, including students, attempted to march towards the parliament building, where demonstrations are not allowed. Police used tear gas, rubber bullets, and water cannons to disperse the crowd, resulting in at least 19 deaths and over 50 injuries. The government imposed a curfew around the parliament building to bring the situation under control. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli's administration faced criticism for using lethal force against demonstrators, which ultimately led to his resignation. The protests are driven by widespread frustration with corruption and a lack of job opportunities. Nepal ranks 107th out of 180 countries in Transparency International's Corruption Perceptions Index, highlighting persistent governance challenges. Young activists argue that the government has failed to deliver on its promises, and the social media ban is an attempt to stifle criticism. Protesters carried placards with slogans such as "Shut down corruption" and "Not social media" and "Unban social media." The protests led to widespread violence, with demonstrators setting fire to an ambulance and a security vehicle. Several protesters were injured, and some entered the parliament premises before being driven out by police. The government's decision to block social media platforms was met with widespread criticism, with many arguing it was an overreach of power. The protests have also sparked calls for new leadership, with some activists backing alternative leaders to guide Nepal towards a brighter future. Following the violent protests, Prime Minister Oli's resignation was announced, and his private residence was set on fire by demonstrators celebrating his ousting. The resignation marks the latest twist in Oli's rollercoaster political career, which has mirrored the volatility of modern Nepalese politics. As Nepal navigates this uncertain period, the future of its government and politics remains to be seen. A 34-year-old protest leader, Gaurav Napune, said, "The youth are against corruption, but the government resorted to violence, trying to silence the movement." Social media influencer Sandip stated, "Every single citizen of Nepal was done with the corrupt government of Nepal." These sentiments reflect the widespread discontent among Nepal's youth and citizens, who are demanding change and accountability from their government.